Hi, we're the Fine Brothers.
And consider yourselves warned again.
We're about to spoil every Best Picture winner in Oscar history,
including the 5 nominees from this year,
in one take.
In under 5 minutes.
Starting now.
Jack shoots down a German plane that David was on and he dies.
In case you considered this one to be the winner, the man's wife wasn't dead after all.
Hank's boyfriend falls for Queenie, but Queenie dates a playboy instead.
Paul is killed by sniper fire when reaching out for a butterfly.
Yancey is successful on the frontier and leaves his family behind.
The Baron is bludgeoned to death by a telephone receiver.
Edward and Edith go on a cruise for their honeymoon and it ends up being the Titanic.
Claudette and Clark Gable get married.
The king pardons by him.
Ziegfeld loses it all in the Great Depression and then dies.
Zola gets freed by Dreyfus and dies from carbon monoxide.
The Kirby's and Sycamores clash at first, but then they play harmonicas together by the end.
Scarlett begs Rhett to stay, but he says, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn."
Rebecca secretly had cancer and wanted to be killed.
A coal mining accident kills Hugh's father.
Carol is killed by a German bomb.
Bogart makes Bergman get on the plane without him with the classic line, "Here's looking at you, kid."
Father O'Malley brings everyone together.
Don the drunk becomes Don the writer and finishes his novel.
Wilma stays with Homer and Fred ends up with Al's daughter Peggy.
Kathy and Phil stay together after she proves she isn't anti-Semitic.
Almost everyone dies, including Hamlet.
Willie Stark is just as corrupt as the people he used to ridicule.
Eve takes Margot's fame, but it ends with Phoebe about to do the same thing to her.
Henri lets Lise and Jerry be together.
This movie has a show-stopping train wreck, which is what this Best Picture winner is widely considered.
Pruitt is killed by a guard when trying to return to camp.
Randall could have been a contender if he didn't throw the fight.
Despite family and friends trying to stop it, Marty calls Clara.
He makes it around the world in 80 days. How predictable.
They build the bridge and then they blow it up.
It's true, LeFou. Gaston asked Gigi to marry him.
Ben-Hur wins the chariot race.
Relationship-wise, Shirley MacLaine leaves Fred McMurray to be with Jack Lemmon on New Year's Eve.
Tony dies in Maria's arms, which brings the Sharks and the Jets together.
Lawrence is relieved of his command and he dies in a motorcycle accident.
Tom is Bridget's son, not Jenny Jones's.
Meg Ryan and Henry Higgins end up together. Eliza Doolittle and Henry Higgins end up together.
The captain marries Maria and the Von Trapps escape the Nazis.
Moore is accused of high treason and is beheaded.
Ralph is the murderer.
Mr. Brownlow takes in Oliver.
Ratso dies on the bus trip down to Miami.
General Patton loses his command.
Popeye never captures Charnier.
Don Corleone dies and leaves Michael in charge of the family.
Newman and Redford stage their own deaths and get away with the money.
Fredo betrays the family and Michael has him whacked.
McMurphy gets lobotomized and is suffocated to death by a pillow.
Rocky loses the fight but wins the Oscar.
Annie Hall and Alvy Singer end up together.
No, they don't.
Oh, right. Thank God for Woody Allen.
Michael finds Nick, but Nick dies from one shot in a game of Russian roulette.
Joanna wins the custody battle, but gives her son to Ted anyway.
Conrad stops blaming himself for his brother's death and bonds with his father.
Harold and Eric win their races.
Gandhi is assassinated.
Emma gets cancer, and she dies.
Mozart dies.
Robert Redford dies, and Meryl Streep goes home.
Berenger kills Defoe, so Sheen kills Berenger.
Puyi becomes a gardener, and even more importantly, the cricket stays alive for over 60 years.
They definitely make money in Vegas, definitely form a bond for the rest of their lives, definitely.
Miss Daisy and Morgan Freeman become best friends.
Kevin Costner joins the Sioux tribe and is given the name Dances with Wolves, get it?
Buffalo Bill is killed by Clarice.
Will kills Little Bill.
Liam Neeson saves a whole lot of Jews.
Do you think he would have saved us?
I think so, if he would have sold his watch.
A man with disabilities grows up in Louisiana to a single mother, has a lot of experiences in the 20th century in the United States, falls in love with his best friend, gets her pregnant, is worried the child's gonna end up like him, but the child ends up healthy.
William Wallace is beheaded.
Even if you don't agree with Braveheart winning, at least Babe didn't win.
Seriously, how could a talking pig movie be nominated for Best Picture in the first place?
The English Patient is a Hungarian geographer who betrayed his friends.
The ship sinks. Duh.
In a year where 4 other movies deserve to win, the movie where Shakespeare falls in love with a girl dressed as a man won. Despicable, Academy. Despicable.
Mina Savari is a virgin and Kevin Spacey gets killed.
Maximus is killed by the rapper Joaquin Phoenix!
Nash thinks that his work and various friends are real, but they aren't.
Roxy and Velma are murderers, but they end up famous at the end.
The ring is destroyed, and Middle-earth is saved.
Hilary Swank is paralyzed, and Clint Eastwood mercy kills her.
Didn't we already spoil that?
Shh, Ralphie, we spoiled a lot of these movies last time. Don't draw attention to it.
A cop finger rapes a black woman, and he saves her at the end.
Damon is a rat and tries to frame DiCaprio.
Llewellyn is killed by gangsters. And now, the 5 nominees for 2008. Benny?
Just rewind the video and watch the Forrest Gump spoiler again. It's the same thing.
I'm Harvey Milk, and I'm here to be assassinated by Dan White.
I'm Richard Nixon, and I'm here to admit that I am a crook.
I'm Kate Winslet, and I'm here because I'm a Nazi who can't read.
And finally, I'm Jamal, and I'm here because I won Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and my movie ends with a Bollywood dance.